I felt like there were a bunch of photos already and videos of people showing their boards blown up. But there were some things when I went to purchase this that I noticed I couldn't find enough detail about. So I figured I would skip the board part. I already blew it up. It looks great. Haven't used it yet, so I'll update my comments after a couple months of using it. But this is the bag that it comes with, and this is with the paddle and the board folded up and put in it. That's the front of the bag. It has two straps up on top that you can adjust to tighten, a drawstring, and on the back it's a backpack. Actually, the backpack itself, this bag, seems really good quality. Moving on to the leash that you attach. You know, I like everything about it except for one thing, which is this. This is the part that attaches to the board. It's nothing but, I mean, it doesn't even really feel like good quality rope, and it's just a knot. So you could just loop it through to where it attaches that way, or get an eye hook and hook it. Either way, I'm concerned about this knot working its way apart. So I'm probably just going to have to change the type of knot that's in it, but I don't know. But this is my only complaint, is this rope just seems cheap, and I feel like over time it's going to wear and break. Or, you know, if I left the knot like this, I feel like that would work its way out. But everything else on it, I mean, this pivots, well, here I'm not showing it very well, but it pivots really well. Just twists around right here. See if I can get it, there we go. It spins with ease pretty much, so you should be able to move around the board. It stretches, you know, this part of the leash seems of good quality. And then moving on to the seat. Like one guy mentioned, no one really was mentioning the seat, and so he did a video on it. My personal opinion, I mean, this thing is very thin. It does come with a storage thing in the back. It's really flimsy. It comes with your really cheap hooks and cheap filling straps. Yeah, so the seat's supposed to go like this, and then these straps are supposed to hook to the board. With that being said, even with this, first of all, when it's on the board, it only has these two straps, one on each end. So this you can keep it from being able to slide back on the board to a certain, to a certain point, to once this, tightens up, but you can't keep it from sliding all over the board. So it's all over the place. My 11-year-old daughter, who I got this particular board that I'm doing the review on, who is literally barely even 80 pounds, this thing can't hold her up. With it tightened all the way, it kind of like flexes in the middle, and it's cheap. It's not worth it, and I kind of knew that already from all the other reviews that I had read before purchasing it, so I wasn't purchasing it for this. But I just want to show this because if someone is buying this board for this, I would move on. There's other, I mean, if not, just know that you're going to be spending the money purchasing a new seat, because it's, like I said, if it can't even hold up an 80-pound girl, how's it going to hold up in an adult? I didn't even bother sitting on it, to be honest, just because. The pump that it comes with, I did not, I threw it away, actually. I bought 2 of these boards for the holidays, and both of them were defective. The one that came with this particular board, it made it all the way up to 5 psi's as we were pumping it, and then all of a sudden the needle just dropped down all the way to the bottom and basically stayed there. It won't, I played around with it, and then the pump that came in my board didn't work straight out of the box. So both of those I have thrown away. They're no good. with that being said, I already have a pump that has a PSI that I owned prior. So I basically finished up blowing up this particular one and mine with my pump. Now here's the paddles. So this is something that I wanted to show, is because I think one of the issues that people are making is they're tightening this too much. And when they go out using it, the pressure, it's eventually breaking. Because I was reading comments to where some people were saying that it was cheap, that this is, it broke when they went to use it. So when you get it, mine personally was not tight enough, right? This part here was not tight enough, so it wouldn't hold this piece from being able to see. Now you can't push it in. But if you look at the instructions will tell you this piece you twist, you're supposed to twist it clockwise around to tighten this plastic piece. So when you latch it, it'll latch tight. This whole ring will latch tight enough onto this piece, so that way it won't slide. But I think what some people might be doing is tightening this too much. So when they latch it.
Okay, as I promised at the beginning of these videos that I would show the kayak seat installed. So here it is. As you can see, there's 2 straps going to each D-ring from the back of the seat. There's also a zippered pouch, and again the other side does the same. So you have 2 D-rings, you have 2 straps, and there you go, the seat is attached. Let me show you me standing on the deck. There is no bendage. My feet aren't sinking. Very tight. Here's the pole adjusted for me. There's a clamp right here that helps tighten it down to the setting you want. So again, yeah, it's pretty impressive. 10'6". Bought it on Amazon. Decent price. Lightweight to carry.
Yeah, I just bought one of these. Well, actually I bought 2 of them. I want to show people how to blow these up really quick. So you can just push this tab down. Take your shop vac on the blue setting. Put it right there. Goes up real quick. Now, when you remove the hose, you gotta unplug it, or else it's gonna keep bleeding out. But now, you can take this little guy right here, stick it in there, and use an air compressor to get the required, like 12 to 15 pounds.
So it is super easy to get on. I'm almost 60 years old. This is my daughter. She's in her 20s. But we were both on it, standing up, and I couldn't believe that I was balanced on it. So she's going to get up. And the grip on it is awesome. The grip is so easy and nice on your feet. There you go. And then we have the paddle. We have the fins in the back. It's just, and I was paddling around and it's super smooth. Like it just glides on the water. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would
fun.
highly recommend this. I can't wait to get it out.
I just received my paddleboard and I blew it up. I was concerned that the PSI wasn't registering, but you have to really fill it up more than you think before it starts moving. And it works, and it's very sturdy. And I'm 5'2", over 150 pounds. My feet barely sink on here. It's really comfortable on your feet.
Here's Mindy on the paddleboard. Woohoo! Go Mindy! Yeehaw! Impressive.